Happy Monday. Welcome to another edition of 3 Point Stands presented by Mountain Dew. Meghan, Triplett, John Roser here with you. And John Roser's got his growl towel in hand because that is our first topic. Roser, the Grizzlies, Friday night, defeat the Warriors and MVP finalist Steph Curry. Then Sunday, you take on the Utah Jazz, the number one team in the Western Conference and the best record in the league, and a W, an upset like no other. What was your take from the weekend that was for our Memphis Grizzlies?
Well, obviously it was awesome. I haven't slept a lot. I was probably up until maybe 1:32 in the morning after that win Friday night because I was so jacked up. It took me forever to wind down. And then last night I probably went to bed at like 1:30. And have been up since 6. So I need to get to bed a little bit earlier tonight. No, it was awesome. Look, Ja has been a total star in both of these games, a complete stud. Dylan Brooks, unbelievable. Xavier Tillman to hit that shot on Friday night in the corner as a second round pick rookie. I mean, that's just it's insanity. And then what they did last night against Utah, and I know Utah obviously didn't have Donovan Mitchell, but the Grizzlies exposed Rudy Gobert for the fraud that he kind of is, and his little flopping antics on the sideline. It's just absolutely absurd. But you know, look, it's still going to be a hard series. Obviously, Utah's best player is Donovan Mitchell, and he should be back for game 2. So the series isn't close to being over, but honestly, the Grizzlies got one more game than I expected them to in the entire series so far. So I think playing this Utah team was going to be really good for them in the long run. And I still think it's going to be really good for them in the long run. And that was just, God, that was so awesome last night. Dylan going wild, Desmond Bane hitting the shot at the end of the third and start jawing at Georges Niang, who's like not good at all. Mike Conley can't guard Ja. And it'll be interesting to see because Utah will make adjustments. They're not gonna let Dylan Brooks and Ja get into the paint like that just at ease, you know.
That's the game. This is a series. You got 7 games, best of 7 to do. But as you mentioned, it was just fun to see this Grizzlies team have the weekend that they did. These guys were having fun. They were enjoying it, and they were playing that Grizzlies type of basketball that we have seen all season long when it comes to their defense fueling the offense. And Dylan Brooks brought a different energy. I mean, Coach Jenkins said, like, the energy that he brings to this group, it just transcends, and it's so infectious because you have Ja with being the leadership, and then you had the Grizzlies making those smart plays at the end of that Jazz game, with a minute left, with Kyle, doing that foul to get them to the free throw line. So that because you knew at that point Bogdanovich, he was hot, and you knew that he was going to try to get a 3. So many smart plays used for a young group like this, and to be on the national stage and more people talking about you. The Grizzlies have stepped up. And now it's going to have to be, take these next 2 days to rest, recover, get some practice in, and bring it again on Wednesday because you're going into a tough environment. As Josh said, these Utah fans, they're loud and they are crazy. But for them to get a victory like they did, I mean, it was just a great weekend all around.
And shout out to Slow-Mo. 6 steals last night. He had the slow break. It's not a fast break with him. It's a slow break. He got the rip and took it down. It's absolutely a slow break, but it's very effective. Kyle's the wing defense of Kyle Anderson and Dylan Brooks making guys work has been unbelievable. And just Ja last night, how for his first career playoff game and Dylan's first career, Kyle and Jonas have been in the playoffs before with teams that have won playoff games. So I totally, what we got from them, I totally expected. But John Dylan to play, and Dylan's going to take some shots he shouldn't take, but that's just what you get with Dylan. You got way more good than you did with bad. You got way more good Dylan than bad Dylan last night, and how under control that they played was just so impressive to me.
Mm-hmm. And then Jonas Valanciunas is just doing what he does, getting those offensive rebounds. And, Rudy Gobert did not have an answer for JV. It'll be interesting to see what the Utah Jazz will try to do for JV.
They were better with Favors. They were better with Favors out there than Gobert.
Well, and you know what? Rudy Gobert fouling out, getting into the foul trouble. Mike Conley getting into some foul trouble. The Grizzlies just capitalize off of all of that. And so game 2, Wednesday night, that's so exciting. Don't forget, if you want tickets for game 3 and 4 right here in Memphis, John Morant and Coach Higgins both said they're excited about having their fans to play here at the arena. The tickets go on sale today at 2 p.m. So go to grizzlies.com or call 901-88-HOOP. Really quickly, Roser, let's stay in the NBA and let's talk about some other games, because there were some other amazing games that went down to the wire, some great shots. You got, Trae Young going off, Chris Middleton hitting the shot. What was a big surprise for you in the other games from the weekend?
Nothing really surprised me. I don't think. I think that I said at the beginning, I think Dallas is going to beat the Clippers in that series. I think Luka is the best player in the series, and I love Kawhi, but Luka is the best player in that series. And my hot take has been like the Mavericks are going to beat the Clippers, and Kawhi is going to be in Miami next season playing with Jimmy Butler. So nothing really surprised me, I would say. The Lakers are going to lose to Phoenix. As long as Chris Paul's healthy, the Lakers are going to lose to Phoenix. I'm so sick of LeBron James. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it with him. He's 6'9", 265, and that dude flops and acts injured about everything. How people enjoy watching that guy play basketball is just unbelievable to me. It is so obnoxious and annoying. I was watching some of that game with my mom yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, LeBron, is he fake hurt again?" Like, it's a thing now when that guy goes down. It's like, oh God, here we go. LeBron embellishing something again. It is so freaking annoying with him. I will say that the one thing I did take away was, I know some people came away from that Brooklyn game going, Boston, they were in there and they had a chance. I come away from that saying Brooklyn did not really play that well, and they won by double digits. Like, they didn't really play well. It's not like KD was just awesome and Kyrie was awesome and Harden was just unbelievable. And they still won by double digits. They have a level, and I heard Zach Lowe and David Thorpe talking about this on Zach Lowe's pod. Like, there is something they're waiting for, and you don't know if you're going to see it in the East Finals or you're seeing the NBA Finals, if they can get there, because I still think Milwaukee's going to give them a big, big run if they can get past Miami. But they have something that they have not unleashed yet. And who knows if we'll see it this year? We don't know because they haven't played a ton yet.
And that's what's scary about Brooklyn, because I agree. I think that the Celtics surprised me of how they kind of kept it close there. Tristan Thompson, whether or not he's not the great, the best shooter, but he was getting some rebounds, double figures when it comes to rebounds. So the Celtics surprised me in keeping it close, especially as long as they did do. But for Brooklyn, that's still a team that I'm like, be very careful about. But I will say the Suns surprised me. You talk about the Lakers, and yes, LeBron, Anthony Davis, I think for what they brought, you just thought there was going to be a little bit more. You need to see a little bit more from those guys. Anthony Davis has to play his best game, but for Phoenix, in that environment, the fans, they rallied around this group. For this group to out-rebound the Lakers 47-33. The one thing the Lakers do have is hype. And you talk about, Ayton coming in, getting 16 rebounds, and then dominating from inside the paint, 52-44. The Suns surprised me. Lakers still, as a team, you got LeBron, Anthony Davis, but they're going to have to do more and be better and have better defense against Devin Booker.
Well, I think the refs will make sure there's course correction in the next game because it's the freaking Lakers. The other thing too is Andre Drummond's not good. Like, I get the hype around him because he does put up numbers, but Andre Drummond's just not good. Like, he's not that good.
I think he's found a home. He has found a place for the Lakers, and they do need an Andre Drummond. I just told you the stats. They need an Andre Drummond.
They should play Marc Gasol.
Well, we love Mark, and I just want to see more Mark. All right, really quickly, we have 1 minute. Phil MicKelson, I know you watched some golf. I'm gonna let you tell me what happened this weekend.
Phil MicKelson, 50 years old, 50 years and 11 months old, became the oldest player to win a major championship in the history of golf. It was unbelievable, and it was the full Phil Mickelson experience. He's got birdies, he's got bogeys, he's got double bogeys, he's got more birdies, and he's got bogeys. And Phil Mickelson holds off a little bit of a late charge from Brooks Koepka, who just kind of fell apart midway through. 2 months ago, he had knee surgery, but what a performance from Phil Mickelson. That was awesome to see.
That's all the time we have for this edition of 3 Point Stance presented by Mountain Dew. We talked about a lot.